My name is Thomas, and I have the pleasure of booking this venue. So I'm excited that we got Patterson. Y'all excited we got Patterson? So we would like to ask you to please respect your neighbors while the show is happening. It's a seated show, you know, everybody wants to hear him intimately in this wonderful intimate venue and setting. Thanks for pivoting with us. I know we were outside and now we're not, but look, it's raining, so it was a good thing we made the decision to come inside so the show can still happen. These lights are bright. And if you want a beer or you want a drink, I'd get it now, because he's probably coming to the stage in the next hour or so. So you should get one. And tip your bartenders real well. Ariel and Emily, say hi. I don't know if you've seen the posters back there, but Lila has some posters back there, over there. Signed posters for Patterson's tour, and Sanford, Florida is listed on them, which is pretty awesome. Pretty cool. And without too much further ado, maybe another few minutes, like I said, get one more drink and he'll be right up to play all night for y'all. Thanks for coming, appreciate you.
How y'all doing? Y'all, your town here is lovely. I've had a wonderful time. We got in yesterday, and my sister and I rode in. We drove down from Birmingham, and you know, to get here from Birmingham, there's not really a route. It doesn't involve either like Dothan, Alabama, or Atlanta, Georgia. Neither of which are necessarily the best routes imaginable. And we opted for the Atlanta version. It was a long damn drive, but you know what? We had a nice time. We hung out, we drove, we listened to some good music, we had some good conversations. We stopped in Tifton, Georgia, and had amazing fucking soul food. Holy shit. I had forgotten that it still existed. Like that was so good. And then today we've just been hanging around in Sanford, and it's a cool town. So everybody's been wonderful. We've had some good food. People here at Tuffy's have been fantastic, and all of you are here tonight. So thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. All right, let's play some songs.
Hell yeah!
The parking lot behind Oasis Tan, down the street from the Mexican restaurant behind the AutoZone, and the place is hawking payday loans. There's a Kmart and a KFC, a fitness center and an Applebee's, Wells Fargo and a Taco John's, a good time bar to get your band swerve on. In a town that's named for razors for shrinking pay. 21st century USA. Out I-90 we must see it pass. We got coal and methane gas. We got jobs where the work is hard. The stores to match out your credit cards. In a town that ain't nowhere near, just like every town everywhere, folks working hard for shrinking pay. Say we have to hang on just a little bit longer. The Savior will come our way. We'll know by the neon sign and the opulent cement towns. If Amazon can deliver salvation, I'll order it up on my phone. But Big Brother, you're watching me always. Why must I always feel so alone? Men working hard for not enough at best. Women working just as hard for less. They get together late at night at bars and bang each other like crashing cars. Getting early, it don't seem enough. Calloused hearts make even love seem tough. Prescription pills to make the pain hurt less, until your calloused heart just needs a rest. Look at your children and you hope and pray they can get themselves a better way. No one remembers how it got that way. 21st century USA. 21st century USA. Standing in the trenches, swinging for the fence, knocked down and blocked in. I ain't coming to my senses from religion or expense, or the runs that I ain't knocked in. You take the best you have to offer, and give away the rest. Do it again tomorrow. Keep your hands out of your coffers and always do your best, and we'll probably let you follow. Got 3 hours till daylight, locked and loaded for the drive. You gotta know who you can trust and whose ass you should bust when it's hard to tell the difference. When to put it to the test, when to lead with the left, what it takes to go the distance. What it takes to go the distance. When you live so far from home, determination assistance when the first punch has been thrown. Our forefathers used to brave the mighty ocean's wave for the things that were denied him. He traveled far away from home without cellular phone while the dragon swam beside him. They built cities shore to shore for their grandsons to explore, and just the northern star to guide them. We traveled all across this land in iron Caroline vans and did our best to stand beside them. Passing out at the party, waking up alone. What it takes to go the distance when you live so far from home. What it takes to go the distance when you live so far from home. What it takes to go the distance when you live so far from home. Something about the wrinkle in your forehead tells me there's a fit about to get thrown. If we get the van out of the ditch before morning, ain't nobody gotta know about what I've done. And I never hear a single word you say when you tell me not to have my fun. It's the same old shit that I ain't gonna take off anyone. And I don't need to be forgiven by the people in the neighborhood. When we first hooked up, you looked me in the eye. You said, "Paul, we just ain't no good." We're heathens in their eyes at the time. I guess I'm just a heathen still. And I never have repented for the wrongs to say I've done what I feel. Was a difficult delivery. Now it's growing up mean and strong. When you tell me that it's getting just a little bit tight, ain't the first time I've been outgrown. And now I'm gonna push a little harder. She ain't revved till the rods are thrown, and I'll walk away. And I don't need to be forsaken by you or anybody else. And I never A bunch of songs I refer to as the family mythology songs. Songs about my mom, my grandmother, my great uncle, some distant aunt, cousin, my great grandmother. This was like my my grandmother on my mom's side of the family is first cousin. A lovely woman named Annette. And things worked out just fine for Annette. She married Scooter. They were happily married until she died all of a sudden vacuuming the house one day in the late 1990s. Scooter lived to be about 101. He died the summer before last. Annette's sister's name was Boots. Boots was a wonderful woman. She just passed away last year. This song's about my sweet Annette. It's a true story, pretty much. Me and my Annette, we was as fond as we could be. We were set to marry in October 33. I stepped aside to courting her as fine as she could be. I never ever noticed her best friend Marilee took a job at the sawmill. I bought my girl a ring, had a pre-wedding party, close friends and family. Everything was fine, eating homemade ice cream. I swear I never noticed maid of honor Marilee. And my sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. Walk her to the door, as innocent as children back before the war. And my sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. progressives. How's everybody doing? A whole lot's happened since I saw you last, and I'm just glad that those of us here somehow survived it, and I hope that you're getting your lives back in order and everything's starting to come together, and I hope that being here tonight around a bunch of people isn't being overwhelming in any way, except for good ways. And I hope that if you're prone to such things, you're getting a nice, delicious beverage, and make sure you tip our fantastic servers and bartenders. I'm going to play a new song. I'm probably going to play a few over the course of the night. I've been writing towards a new record, and we're actually going to the studio next month, the Drive-By Truckers. I haven't seen my bandmates in, it'll be almost 17 months. And so
February 2020!
Yes, that's when it was.
We were there!
And I remember that date well. And we were, so before we start playing again, we're just gonna go in the studio and just roll a bunch of tape and just kind of get reacquainted and work on some new songs. What the fuck? Doesn't that sound like a good way to start? I mean, we don't traditionally practice, so fuck that. I'm going to have a cheat sheet within iShot for this because it's a new song, but it's one of the ones that we're going to maybe take a stab at in July, and y'all can let me know what you think about it. So this is a new one, and it's called, and I'll move this out of the way if it's blocking you after this song, and maybe a couple others I'll have to pull it off. But this song's called "We Will Never Wake You Up in the Morning." Well, the times get rough and you thought you had enough. When the fall of your deep time decides to call your bluff, and all of your resolve turns dissolves in your cups. We will never wake you up, we will never wake you up. The season of our discontent has given way to torment. That you were born in disappeared without a warning. Simple evolution isn't working, it's a solution. We will never wake you up in the morning. Metaphorically inclined towards walks and over state lines, and then you drifted off the destinations you were in. Of your place in the design, the alarm clock is ringing at your bedside. You drift into narcotics in the blender of your never-ending bender. Eyes glazed but somehow smile here, like the haze across the skyline. Down another glass, then one left off from our grasp. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. And the heaven that awaits you is a bar that never closes, with a line across the toilet tank for air you notice at your door and all your money spent. That's broken by your actions, but you had the best intentions. There were bottles in the bedroom and nothing in the kitchen. The last time we ever saw you, you were clinging to the bar. Days on end we tried to call you. Bells were ringing, tears were falling. Door was opened by the cops, but you were up above the treetops. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. We're going to take you down to McNairy County, back in the days when Sheriff Buford Buster made things around there. Sheriff Buford Buster was trying to clean up McNairy County from all them bootleggers that's bringing crime and corruption and drugs into this little dry county just north of the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. For his troubles, he got ambushed. His house got blown up, his wife got murdered, his face got beat up as shit. I made a movie about him called Walking Tall. Not that shitty movie with The Rock in the 90s, but the original Walking Tall in 1973 with Joe Don Baker. Walking Tall came to the Martin Theater in my hometown, one of only 3 theaters in my town, and it stayed there for a year and a half straight. Flies around the block. It wasn't a very good movie. Yes, it was a bit of a cultural phenomenon in our part of the country. It occurred to me years later after I was grown up that maybe part of the reason for the big crowds in my hometown is there were people who were going to root for the bad guys. Because some of them were from my hometown. And people I know personally bought cocaine from some of them. So I wrote this song to tell the other side of the story. The song's called The Boys from Alabama. Well, the cops are smoking grass under the judge through the book, and the song a little locker tune needs a minute. You can take it from me, boys, take it from all. Friends on the inside, friends on the outside, just think of the signs you see, keep on the good side. You can see you standing there, staring down at your shoes, thinking about your mom and dad and wondering what to do. Well, you best look inside yourself, boy, we're all watching you. So there's a funny thing about them family mythology songs is most of them tend to be on my mom's side of the family. And Annette, George A., Sissy, they were all on my mom's side of the family. My parents were teenagers when I was born, and so I spent a lot of my childhood with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and her brother, my great uncle George Albert Johnson, George A., and their surrounding family. So many of those like family mythology songs I wrote, they tended to be that side of the family. And one day, a few years back, my dad asked me, it's like, so, you know, what's the deal? How come we don't get a song or two? Valid, fair question. But you know, it's like, first of all, my dad, like every time I play the guitar, I'm honoring my dad. He's a musician. He's a bass player. He's fucking badass. And so there's already that side of my whole thing's already with him. And he and I are close, you know. But his parents, like my grandparents, Smokey and Louise, they did what a lot of old people tend to do. And when I was about 5, they moved to Sarasota, Florida. So I didn't really see them a lot. I would go visit them every couple of years, you know, and Smokey was usually drinking and kind of mean to Louise, and I don't know, I didn't really write any songs about it. But Sarasota being what it is, their next door neighbor was Carl Wallendas' widow. Y'all know the Flying Wallendas, and so when I would go visit them, me and Louise would be in the backyard, and the old lady next door was Carl Wallendas' widow. And at some point when I was a kid, they made this TV movie about the Flying Wallendas, and I saw it, and it blew my fucking mind. I was like, holy shit, they were crazy. And it's like, well, you know, the lady next door to Louise, that's the matriarch of that family. It's like, holy shit. So anyway, I wrote this song, so I want to sing this out to my dad and my stepmother. Today's her birthday, and they love Florida. They love Florida so much that they'd probably end up down here if they didn't live on a little piece of heaven on earth in Muscle Shoals instead. So this song's the Flying Wallendas, and this goes out to Dad Dave and Gigi. I gotta have my cheat sheet though. Told that they felt such beauty and grace. The Flying Wallendas be the name on their case. And the fine folks of Akron forever be saying, felt in the air, holding on to prayer. They all walked away amidst the gawking and stares. The children revisited their fallen nightmares. Never would stop, never surrender. Lived like they died, the Flying Wallendas. Dance on the wild through the fire and the storm. One thing that same Carl and Cuba perform. to the surviving Wallendas, their amazing wild stories, stunned and amazed. The old lady out, pruning in your orange trees, have flown to the heavens and back. Kissed up to a better way to sell the cow that she should get for free. And when he got out of line, they cast him up from behind, put him in a box with fancy trim. Sent him out for all to see his rendezvous with destiny. Someone else will play the part of him. 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 So my day job is I play in a band. We're called Drive-By Truckers. And we just turned 25 the other day.
Happy
that's kind of badass, you know, I'm sorry. But my band, we've been together 25 years. And me and Mike Cooley have been together for 36 years in August. That's a long fucking time. That kind of freaks me out. That's getting way too close to like golden and shit, you know. And nonetheless, I couldn't have picked better people in the world to spend so much of my life with. So I'm going to take y'all back to the first day, and that's June 10th, 1996. That's the day that the Drive-By Truckers started. And what I did, I'd written some songs, and I had this like master plan. It was like plan for world domination. I was going to name my band Drive-By Truckers. Yeah. The plan was already a little flawed, but nonetheless, my goal was I wanted to have a band that could sell out a room in the world somewhere. Because I'd, by that time, been playing in bands since 1985. So about 11 years I'd been full-time seriously playing in bands, and I had never sold out even the smallest possible room. And so I set my sights on this bar in Atlanta called the Star Bar, the Star Community Bar. And I was convinced that a band called Drive-By Truckers, with these songs that I was writing at that time, could sell out the Star Bar. And we did. So my plan worked. For the first time in my life, I had a plan that worked. And then there was no stopping my fucking ass. So at any rate, I saved up some money and I bought a day of studio time from Andy Baker. He had the studio in his house and it was cool and it sounded cool. And I invited some people. I was a sound man at a club in town called the Hi-Hat, and I invited some of my favorite musicians that would play there. It's like, I've got a day of studio time. I've got some songs. Would you come play with me? And they were like, and I was like, I'll buy pizza and beer. And they all said yes, all the people I asked. And I called Cooley. I was like, man, I've got these guys, we're all going to the studio, but we need one more person. Could you come play guitar? I've got this idea and some songs. Drive-By Truckers. Like, yeah, I'll come over. That was the first day of the Drive-By Truckers. Now the first song, I'm going to play y'all the first song we recorded that day. We recorded 5 songs that day, and one of which was Margot and Harold, which ended up on the Pizza Deliverance album, that take. That was the third one. We cut the first 2 songs, we put on a 45, and that was Bulldozers and Dirt and 9 Bullets. And we put them on a 45, and that was our first piece of merch. And so at the end of the day, I was like, y'all want to play a show or 2? And they all said yes, and the rest is history. So if you recognize any of the choruses, sing along on them. This is the first song we recorded that first day, 25 years ago, this past June 10th. The song's called Bulldozers and Dirt. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. What your mama got hidden up her shirt? I like to play and I like to work, but most of all I like bulldozers and dirt. I met your mama when I was 19. You couldn't have been any more than 3. She called me Steve on color TV. She called the cops and they arrested me. She was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. The way she pointed that shotgun at me. The police hauled my ass off the jail. Mama signed the trailer to help make the bail. She picked me up and drove me home. Said I'll learn you not to roam. Green, green grass under my feet, but all I can think about's the dirt underneath. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. dirt. Them red clay paws are heaven on earth. I get my rocks off bulldozers and dirt. Stains off of my socks. I can't get you off of my mind. And I lived with your mom for 11 years, through good times and bad times, fist fights and tears. But something comes over me when you come near. So won't you come over and sip on this beer? Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my dessert. I don't mean no harm, I just like to flirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my dessert. I don't mean no harm, I just like to flirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. He was ready for the big trip. He was moving to the city. He had packed his prized possessions and gave away the rest. He was almost doing 90. Sky was blue, sun was shining, and all the shit he left behind from the big world waiting there. He was almost out of faith when the phone truck didn't see it. Hit the brake, slide aside, he never had a chance. Plastic flowers on the highway. There's a glass for the machine to sleep away. Had to pass it on the way to where it's going. For the next few minutes, I drove a little slower. Then that mother's couldn't help it. He was sober every Sunday. He was full of good home cooking as he crashed the same store. Plastic flowers on the highway. A greasy spot on the asphalt for a while. Every morning, new babies being born who do the best they can and hang around a little while. My community service, I'm working for the county, cutting grass on the off-ramps and medians and such.